Welcome back, Holotable Heroes, to another Galaxy of Heroes video. I'm your boy Scribble, and today we are going to be discussing Sector 2 feats for the latest version of Conquest, where we'll be earning our Fury class Interceptor shards. If you haven't seen it already, please do check out my Sector 1 video over here. It goes all over those feats and it'll get it all done for you nice and easy. Easy, squeaky clean, like the top of my head. Okay, Sector 2, let's do this. Taking a look at the Sector 2 feats, we have got Fleet-Footed, Disarmed, Siphoning Strike, and Dark Incantations. Now, Fleet-Footed means we need to evade at least 100 attacks, and you need to win the battle in order for those to count. Disarmed means you need to win 14 battles with no attackers in your squads, and you need to gain health steal up 20 times, and then you finally need to inflict Plague at least 200 times. Now, these feats in and of themselves are not too bad. I don't actually have any Night Sisters, but apparently Night Sister nodes are currently bugged, so when they inflict Plague on you, it is actually counting, so you just need a little bit of sustain. So, as always, ladies and gentlemen, we like to discuss what teams you want to look out for. Now, as these feats here do not necessarily contain feats where you need to kill enemies, you don't need to worry so much about finding teams like Bosk-led Django-lead bounty hunters. You don't need to worry about Mon Mothma or Geos or even Imperial troopers. Usually, when there are feats where you need to gain stats or gain buffs and then perhaps inflict debuffs, you're better off looking for squads like Phoenix. You want to find a team that has got a high level of sustain available to you. So a team like Phoenix, if we can find any, is usually pretty good at that. The Bo-Katan Kryze-led Mandalorians is also quite good at maintaining, and again, I suppose you could say that Night Sisters are another team that can sustain quite well. I'm currently running a Amplify Agony data disk setup. I have finished through all of the sectors now. I've been waiting to do so, so I'm running the following setup. I've got an Unstable Decelerator, 2 Amplify Agonies, a Ruthless Swiftness, Thermal Exhaust, and Volatile Accelerator. This data disk setup doesn't really lend itself very well to farming debuffs and farming buffs, but it does lend itself very well to winning battles. Let's start breaking down these feats. And here is a team that I will use to get health steal up 20 times. Now, the idea behind this, and this is complete overkill, you will get all of the health steals up in one battle with this, provided you actually take a turn first, right? Is that Palpatine over here will pass health steal up to the entire team. GBA is going to be summoning the Brute, provided you have the Zeta, which you should. If you don't have it, get that Zeta. And that's 6 instances of health steal up. Grandmaster Yoda can then spread those to make it 12, and Visas Ma can do another 6 health steals up for 18, and you're basically done at that point. Now, my only issues right now is I think I would have to remove some data disks in order to do this without killing everybody too quickly, but the idea is there. I did it on my very first battle on this sector because I know how easy it is to get done. Excuse me. Alrighty. So, once we actually get round to our turn, we should be able to start the fun. Start the fun and games. Heal immunity with health steal up. The perfect combination. Let's immediately just heal up here. That daze on Papa Palps might be a little bit frustrating for us. Lovely jubbly. I'm kind of relying on that nest over there to be alive so that we can farm her for the abilities that we're trying to go for here. Alrighty. You get a stun maybe? Okay, I need them to stop gaining TM now. But Mara Jade is apparently just going to take infinite turns right now. Mara Jade gaining all of that TM right at the start. Look at all these debuffs. Okay, so here is the other instance. Dark healing over here. This AoE will also provide us that health steal up. Then Hermit Yoda can then pass it all out, which is lovely. Beautiful, beautiful. And there's Papa Palpatine. He can also pass health steal up. Now, obviously, in an ideal scenario, we would want that GBA to also be alive, but we can't all be winners, can we? So let's just continue here. Continue here. That nest will eventually die, don't worry, because Palpatine's health steal ability hits under protection. So you will eventually kill her like that, and because I've got Amplify Agony data discs as well, that will also encourage. I just wish that Palps wasn't dazed. If it wasn't for that daze, it would make this so much easier, but, you know, forgive me, ladies and gentlemen, this does actually work. There we go, we can summon in the GBA here. We've already done, what, 5, 10, 15 health steals up. We just need Palps to eventually take a turn. Hopefully Mara Jade isn't just going to gain infinite turns all of the time. No, she's not gaining full TM. She's gaining most of her TM at the moment. Oh, there's a turn from Visas instead. How wonderful. How wonderful for us. And now we just have Nest stacking the infinite damage over times. Let's hop with Hermit Yoda to get round to his abilities a little bit sooner. There we go. Palps is now out of stealth. Out of daze, rather. So he will start to actually gain some turn meter for once. Once he's out of daze, it'll become a lot easier because he's going to be cycling through turns quite a bit quicker. Come on, Palps. Come on. We've done 5, 10, 15 so far, so this one more health steal when Palps takes a turn will be all of the health steal that we need. We just need Mara Jade to actually stop taking infinite turns right now. Ah, not quite there yet. Let's just go around then. Throw it out. Palps is nearly there. Alright, I'm ready for it. Look at that 1400 debuffs. There we go. And that they will have done all of the health steal ups that we need to get done. So even if we weren't to finish the battle right now, we would have that feat done. You don't need to complete the battle, but this will get it done, and you will eventually kill that nest just by using the health steal up from Palps. So this is one way to farm those debuffs. I'm not going to finish off this battle. I might as well save my stamina right now. But health steal up done one way. Easy. Another way we can do that feat, but also start working on other feats at the same time, is by using Rey. GL Rey, this is a full team of unaligned force users. We've got Visas Ma, who is also able to pass health steal up. We've got additional foresight coming out of JTR, so you've also got a little bit of evasion thrown in there as well. This works pretty well. You can usually hold off against the enemy team a little bit thanks to Rey's lifeblood. But ultimately, this is just something that if you just happen to have it and you want to be able to go through the nodes and get some good successes, I do recommend using a team like this, because it is actually quite dependable. Visas Ma will also protect you if you happen to lose some of your units, of course. Now, I'm just using the bonus node here as an example, but you can use this on basically any node that you want. Let's just take a look here, get that offense up. Yeah, let's just turn back time a little bit here. So we should be able to gain some foresight. Oh, no, not this time. Not this time. But you can gain foresight. It might be the basic from Rey, actually. Let's just keep people alive right now. And as we've said before, this AoE here will pass health steal up to the whole team. So we've already gained 5 health steal up, sorry. Without really any issue there. And if you just use it as you're going through the sector, it'll be a completely viable way of just clearing through the sector without losing units. You've got revives, you've got a little bit of additional evades. It's all hunky-dory. And then we can go into the ultimate. And that'll also make sure that we don't lose any units, which is nice. And for us in this instance, is it this? Or is it this one? 40% chance to gain foresight on a basic. There you go. And there's some evades. I know it's not many, guys, but it's just a slow way, another evade there, a slow way of working through the sector whilst working towards global feats for unaligned force users, working towards health steal up, working towards evasions as well. Not too shabby for one team. Let's now think about some no attacker squads that we can use to go through. Now, obviously, JML is another GL, guys, but they are very useful for our conquest feats. We can go through using JML with no attackers and basically have a really great time of it. Throwing in Grandmaster Yoda as well. He is a support, not an attacker, ladies and gentlemen. Hermit Yoda, and we can actually double up on a feat over here by going Unaligned Force User, throwing in Cal Kestis, because we do need to gain kills with Cal Kestis as well. We need 100 kills with either Cal or Seer, and that will work towards a global feat and also give us a data disk, which we do need to get. So again, I'm just using the bonus node here as an example, just doing that AoE out of the gate, stripping back their TM, gaining our own TM, and then I'm just going to call in Cal to assist with the lovely coins. That's going to gain him some kills, which is just marvelous. I'm just taking a look here. Yeah, let's look to continue to gain kills with Cal. We'll just basic, he's not really going to do any damage. Let's have a look. Yep, that should do the trick there. Marvelous. And of course, he just immediately gets shot. If we had something like the Voluntary Vanguard data disk setup, that would also work very well here, but that just gave us a couple of kills. With Voluntary Vanguard, it would force the taunt onto JML. Alternatively, I could have used Shakti to force the taunt onto him. But that is one of the no attacker feats, no attacker teams that we can use. I believe I was on 7 earlier today, now I'm on 8 out of 14. Now, as you can see, as I was going through, I didn't use too many no attacker teams, but they are definitely options. Other options that are very good for no attacker feats. We can use the likes of Imperial Troopers, just don't use Dark Trooper, because there are whole teams worth of support units that you can use for no attackers. In this case, Imp Troopers, oh look at Piet, not quite at 100% stamina. These guys are all support and they will absolutely shred face, okay? So let's try and use this against this node. I'm a little bit concerned because I know that this Rex is stupidly fast, so I imagine he's going to get out ahead of my Piet, which is a little bit irritating, but let's see. Well, no, the Arc Trooper gets out ahead of my Piet. That's even more frustrating. Now, the benefit, I suppose, of this, excuse me, provided they don't kill my Admiral Piet. The benefit of this is, of course, that on the bonus node, you don't actually need to worry so much about 3-starring. It doesn't matter, there are no stars. But as you can see, it's relatively straightforward, even with the absurd amount of preloaded TM that they do get. Now, the only issue I find with the Imperial Trooper setup is that it is highly dependent on you having high stamina. So you can only really use this maybe once or twice during the sector before it starts to really impact. They need that speed to get out the gate and keep that turn meter train rolling. They're not the tankiest of teams apart from that. Okay, so that is another no attacker feat team there. We're up to 8 there, but there are plenty more that we can talk through. Let's have a look. So, stepping away from the likes of Imperial Troopers, we can actually go in with a Galactic Republic Padme Amidala style setup. Now, you could choose to use this under, say, clones, potentially, or you could choose to use it with a more prototypical sort of Padme team. We're throwing in GK here. You don't need to use GK. He's a tank. We've got R2-D2 here as a support. You've got C-3PO that's also a support. And who should we throw in as a final, I wonder? Let's have a think. We could throw in the likes of Barriss Offee over here. Now, a team like this might not have as much oomph or as firepower. You will be more dependent on having strong data disk setups. I'm currently running, as I've said, thermal detonators with Amplify Agni and Volatile Accelerator, and that's doing the lion's share of the lifting for me. But there are certainly other options that you can use. Amplify Agni is still in the data disk pool, so you'll be able to abuse that. They might fix it by the time the next round of Conquest starts. I'm uncertain. So let's bring this focus over here to GK. I'm just going to call in an assist here because I want to get that damage output going. Lovely, lovely jubbly. Come on now. And then let's do a mass assist. I'll just put this on GK, I think. 1 down. All you really need to do against this bonus node anyway, ladies and gentlemen, is kill 5s, then kill Rex. After that, it doesn't really matter. They don't really have the DPS to deal with you at that point. But yes, it's a fairly straightforward team. These are just 3 teams that I could think of off the top of my head that might help you gain some of those feats. Alright, let's just keep going. We want those rewards from that bonus node. The good thing about the Padme team is it does have a heck of a lot of sustain, so even if you might not have as much DPS, you can usually survive quite handedly. Shoot him! Beautiful to see. That's another one. Another one bites the dust. Alrighty, so we're going to work on dodges next, and this is the sort of team that I like to use in order to get dodges. Now, Rey's leadership. When an enemy is gaining turn meter, she is stacking mastery to her allies. The following allies are all light side and they have evasion as part of their mastery. So if you go up against a team that has got a lot of turn meter gains and you are able to survive long and they're able to survive long, you will eventually become unhittable. Now the key part here is that we do actually need to A, take a turn, and B, we need to also need to be able to actually pass that inspiration around, okay? So they will not gain mastery until they've got this inspired. Once they've got inspired, every bit of TM gain here is going to be pushing additional mastery, which is great because that mastery gives us that evasion tech that we're looking for. Now, what we don't want to do at this point is do too much daze or too much heal immunity. I'm putting one out there on Bistan just to slow it down a little bit while we get that first instance of spreading the mastery, because currently only Rey has got it. I put the weapons tech over on Captain Han just because he can then gain some TM to push Rey forward, okay? I know it might sound a little bit odd, but in that situation, when we do that, it means that we don't accidentally kill people with Rey, for one, which is very useful, and two, it's just nice to have some additional TM generation so that we can interrupt their constant TM train. Captain Han Solo doesn't do a lot of damage. Like I said, he is an evasion mastery toon as well himself, trying to keep Watt alive just so that we can put the med pack tech on our girl Rey. So hopefully we should be able to reach there any second now. Nope, not quite. We nearly got there. Let's pass the TM back over to Rey then. Keep her nice and healed up so she can just keep on doing this lifeblood. And she's passing that additional... she's passing her inspiration, over to other characters now. Maybe we'll get a turn with Rey, but it's with Wat Tambor, but it's unlikely at this point. So let's just keep these people alive again. No, they seem to be hell-bent on attacking Wat Tambor. This is okay, because we're still passing lots of mastery, which is the main thing. And of course, under a Mon Mothma team, we can continually focus down on Xaereth Rebel Pathfinder. So long as he's got a buff, he's never going to be able to do anything nasty to us. Let's always use that heal from Captain Han, targeting Rey, keep her healthy so she can keep lifeblooding, and it also passes her some TM, which is nice. Let's see, let's just go ahead and... I'll just basic here. Just basic. Eventually, we will be stacking up enough mastery. You can see we have gotten several dodges already. And Rey has the capability, she has the power, the control to be able to one-shot this team when the time comes. You can see the dodges that we're getting here, which is fantastic. Obviously, Rey can't dodge. I'm not going to put... we'll try one more time to get Watt back in the business. I don't imagine Watt will actually get stuff done for us here. No. Too many AoEs coming out, unfortunately. Too many AoEs. But it's okay, we'll still be able to manage this with just these two. I should really be attacking Xaereth Rebel Pathfinder right now. And every time I'm passing the lifeblood to Captain Han, just because he's actually gained some evasion and he can revive. Look at all those dodges. Captain Han. Let's cleanse off that and we'll get a big hit there. Lovely jubbly. Marvellous. So we've already gained a boatload of these evades so far. Captain Han with the weapons tech constantly being able to take additional turns, get round to those heals, which is nice, and we can use Xaereth Rebel Pathfinder to also use the health steal on Rey's basic when it's her turn to gain additional health back so that we can continually lifeblood, which is nice. So yes, Rey will pass, GL Rey will pass inspiration when she has it herself to any allies that don't have it. Those allies who have inspiration then will gain additional mastery whenever the enemy is gaining TM, and a Mon Mothma team is basically always gaining TM, which is nice to see. See all those dodges coming out of our boy Captain Han. We're nearly out of time here, but it's okay. I know that one whirlwind will essentially kill the entire enemy team. We tried to get Visas Mar back in there. Dodge, 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 dodge. Lovely jubbly. And then we could just finish it off with a nice big whirlwind. Oh, okay, it didn't quite kill them, but there we go. I was expecting a little bit more damage than that. But that is going to give you a boatload of evades, guys, so you won't have to worry too much about trying to farm them in a slow method. That's my personal preferential way of earning evades. Now, finally, the last feat that we really need to cover here is the Plague feat. Now, the Plague feat is currently bugged, I am happy or unhappy to inform you. As it currently stands, the Plague feat will actually apply when an enemy Night Sister team uses it on you. We've seen this happen in so many conquests in the past, and I guarantee you, the next time this conquest rolls out after this first 2-week period, this bug will be fixed, and you will have to rely on your own Night Sisters. My only issue is that my Night Sisters kind of suck. And by kind of suck, I mean they really suck. Should we just take a moment to check out my Night Sisters to get an understanding of why this might be a little bit difficult for me to beat? Yeah, Gear 8 is not ideal. Gear 8 is not ideal. Even over here. I might miss the boat on this one. But anyway, as it currently stands, we can actually get this feat by going into a current Night Sister team and have them just wail on us with Plague. So you need a Mother Talzin lead, or you need Mother Talzin in there at the very least. The Mother Talzin lead makes it easier. What I'd recommend you do is just go in with a full team of units that are able to survive for a long time. Now typically I would use something like Ray with a med pack tech, but that's not the only solution here. I wouldn't recommend using something that's got too much damage because you just want to kind of focus on one thing at a time. So sustain is the main aim of the game here. So in order to give this a try, I'm going to go in with a Mon Mothma team. Why choose Mon Mothma? Because there's a lot of recovery on a Mon Mothma team, and recovery is important when you're dealing with Plague. We saw it now, I had 16, I believe, instances of Plague already. What you would like to do in this scenario is get round to summoning your additional unit, and just do not kill Daka. If we can leave Daka alive, and probably shouldn't really be killing Mother Talzin, she's kind of the person that passes Plague. Don't be silly like Scribble, let's just wait for Daka to revive. And hopefully don't deal too much damage thanks to all these volatile accelerators that we've got running. Okay, so keep Daka alive, keep Mother Talzin alive is the aim of the game. Hopefully. Hopefully. So focus on anybody but those two. As you can see, we're getting some of that Plague out there. Do not attack Mother Talzin. Sage Ventress is fair game. And then we can just heal up, hitting Talia. Lovely. Here's that bonus turn coming out of her. Well, we need to be killing her right now. Don't really have much of a choice. And there's the nice revive. Again, we don't want to leave her alive. If we can stack up lots of that Dark Ichor on Mother Talzin, she will become chunkier and chunkier. I don't think it'll actually save her too much. We just need her to be reviving the enemy team constantly. That is the way. And hopefully when they do this and they take their turns, they should be passing that Plague over. Let's not hit Mummy Talzin right now. Let's go over to Talia instead. Just a basic. Unfortunately, had no choice there. Had to hit Mother Talzin. Come on, Daka. Work your magic. Beautiful. Beautiful. I don't recommend you take in Hoth Rebel Scout here. You don't actually want to be generating TM. You do not want to be generating TM for yourself. There's a nice AoE coming out of Mother Talzin. Plagues across the board. Nice to see. And let's just go after Talia. There's the revives. I guess we could just hit Talia again. Mother Talzin gained some TM there. Let's go over here and hit Night Sister Spirit. Come on, Talzin. Let's get some additional attacks and some additional Plagues on here. Just a basic. Lovely. So there's no danger of us dying here. The real danger is us killing the enemy too quickly. So I'd recommend, if you're trying to do this, strip off data discs so that you're not dealing quite so much damage. Replace it with data discs that are just going to help you survive. Survival of the fittest is the name of the game here. And as we said, you don't actually need to win this battle, you just need to have it inflicted upon you. So every time they get that Plague on us is a good thing. Gain that TM, baby. Well, just the basic isn't really going to do a whole lot for us. Daka over there with 31 stacks of Ichor. She is getting a little bit on the chunky side now. Come on, Mami. I want you to do another big AoE, please. Let's go. Okay, not quite. Maybe now she's going to gain the TM that she needs. There we go. Nice big AoE coming out of Mami Talzin. More plagues across the board. It's what we want to see. BEA beautiful. And then we'll just kill Mami again. And there's the revive. Absolutely perfect. It's exactly what we want to have happen. Again, if we can avoid a situation where we attack Mother Talzin, absolutely do so. But attack Mother Talzin if you have no other choice apart from Daka, because you do not ever want to kill Daka. Daka is keeping that enemy team alive and kicking, as you can see. Sometimes she brings back all of them, sometimes she only brings back some of them. But hopefully you'll get some good RNG and you'll be able to farm it for quite some time. Sorry, Mami. And there's the revive again. Ooh, we got a nice revive that time. Lots of people coming back to life. So hopefully we've gone from 16 to a significant amount more. The idea of having a unit that spreads, that summons an additional unit, just gives an extra target for when Mother Talzin uses her, lightning attack. Whatever it is. You saw my Night Sisters. You think I know what Night Sisters do? I have no idea what they do. Let's go over here, I guess. Maybe Mami Talzin can take a turn now and get a nice big shock across the board. Uh-oh, don't be hitting Daka. Hitting Daka is a very bad thing. Come on, Daka, get that revive. Ah, nuts. Okay, well, we managed to drag it out for 4.5 minutes all the same, and that's a personal record of mine, if you know what I mean. Let's just take a look now, see how many of those plague feats we managed to get done. So, we went from 16 to 26. It's not a particularly long or efficient way of getting it done, guys, but in about 20 battles. Personally, I'm going to be skipping this feat because it's only worth 5 data discs. Okay, I recommend, unless you've got Night Sisters built up, I'd recommend you probably skip it too. Alrighty. Let's take a look now then at the boss feats. Okay, so the following team will actually get all of your feats done in one battle. Bam lead with Han Solo, Dash Rendar, Boba Fett, and Sana Starros. Now, make sure you don't have Unstable Decelerator on. You need the enemy to be able to take a turn, okay? Absolutely need the enemy to be able to take a turn. So, what we want to do is go out the gate and you want to deal with Beskar armor. Mando, afterwards, we could do the AoE here. Potentially. Yeah, let's do the AoE here. Don't worry so much about Nest getting the days out the gate. This is more to just make sure we can deal with all of the enemy units. Fantabulous. I'm then going to go straight into this, and we want to stun Enfys Nest. Everybody else is going to die. Like, pretty lickety split. As you can see, let's see if we can get a kill with Sana. I love it. I love it. Those dots are going to deal... Actually, let's make sure we kill IG, because IG will flip those dots back on at us. So, the days on the nest means that she's not going to counterattack just yet, which is an important thing for us to note. Okay? Yeah, let's just keep on attacking. What we want to have done is we want to make sure that we get Nest into a position where she's got low health and she's got no bonus protection, and we can just get an execute out of our boy Boba Fett. So wait for it. She's about to take a turn. There we go. And then she'll lose all the bonus protection, and she's got 65 debuffs and heal immunity, so let's just blow her up. And that's it. That's all you have to do. Might take a couple of attempts. If you've got some gear on your Sana, it'll be a lot easier, but that's how I would recommend you guys do it. So the boss node then, ladies and gentlemen. This one is not so bad. We need to win with Cad Bane and Aura Singh surviving, and we need to win without using Jedi, Sith, or unaligned Force users in our squad. And this is the team that we're going to use to make it happen. 69% stamina on Beskar Mando is nice. Okay, so this one has got some irresistible stacking dots in it where you need to hit the crate in order to cleanse them off. However, we're just basically going to ignore that because I've got no time for that. I'd recommend you just go shoots first on Nihilus and he gets annihilated, and then just do more or less whatever you want. Chewie does things quite well. Quite well does Chewie do things, and then it's just the waiting game to kill Treya. It's such a quick and easy battle to win, guys. With this setup, you go through it, you get both of the feats done in one go. Lickety-split, absolutely no problems. And that is going to cover it now for Sector 2 feats. Please do me a favor and hit that like button down below if this video was at all useful to you. I will be making more Conquest videos. Sector 3, 4, and 5 shall be all coming out very, very shortly. Make sure you subscribe so you will not miss the notification for when they go live. Peace out, and may the Force be with you.